Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Wolong Fallen Dynasty / Dynasty. I'm a Mysterious JG. We're playing through side missions of the second DLC. Having just finished side missions in the first DLC, having done the story missions of the DLCs in sequence. We have Tight Sheet C and Sun Tzu backing us up. Sun Tzu is mandatory for this Tight Sheet C. I guess we got to pick one guy. I think what yeah, like for the load screen, it's the last tiger hunt as we this is I'm struggling here because I just got done doing a video of a different game and I'm using the controls for that game, which are not the same as these. Well, I got like a mix of controls from this game and that. Like X, I thought was. Okay, that's what it is. I need a circle. Alright, so some jerk is casting spells on us and I can't figure out where he's at. An error has occurred. An error has occurred. I think I'm in trouble. I think I need to back off and remember my controls because I just aggroed a bunch of dudes and I'm really messing up a lot here. Up is a potion in this game. I've been Seto Hyuga at 91. That was awfully decent of me. So where's this wizard who keeps getting us? Yeah, some wizard kept getting us. I'd figure out the best way to reach him so we can get our revenge. There we go. There's it. And I finally evaded using the right button. He just really wants to kill Sun Tzu. Got me with something there too, because I lost so much of my meter. Okay. Sir Magnificent Beard, something or other. I'm all disoriented now about where we are on this damn level too. This is the end game section of a level that we beat during this DLC. I thought I was probably clever in terms of, like, you know, different people who love these Dynasty Warriors type. This isn't a Dynasty Warriors game, but it's Koei has cultivated fans of Dynasty Warriors and the Three Kingdoms, and everybody has their favorite one of the Three Kingdoms, and even if you play through all the factions, you have a kingdom that's your favorite, and they gave us one DLC for each of the kingdoms. So this is the one where we're helping to establish Wu for the first time. For video game purposes, this has always been my favorite scenario. Like if I didn't Let's Play anymore at all and was just dicking around with an RTK type of game, probably building Wu from scratch is it's one of my favorite things to do, just because it's since it just starts out surrounded by fairly weak opponents and you can just kind of really blitz through and take over, and it's fun. Where is this? Oh, here he is. Ow. After he was dead, and one of his blows finally got me, so that sucked. There's a big old treasure chest.
Perhaps it could be of use.
Just various crossbows. Great. Pizza Land. That's great. Alright, well. A long national nightmare where that jerk is over. I like that we finally found one of those things at rest, just hanging around waiting to be ambushed. Boy, this level wants me to have crossbows, doesn't it? It's like this DLC was like on the PlayStation Store. It was like this exciting new adventure featuring new equipment like 1,000,000 crossbows. Definitely worth your $10, kid. Or however much these DLCs cost. It's probably not a great habit to be in. I don't have kids I'm trying to put through college. I'm not as careful with money as maybe I should be. But I do tend to find that when it comes to video games, like once I've bought a video game, I'm probably going to buy the DLC for it. I know other people need to be really careful with how they spend their money. And I'm not rich by any stretch, but like, there's a lot of other vices I could be spending money on that I'm not, so I can afford to drop a few bucks. Like, considering how much time I have to dedicate to video games, where am I going with this? I guess all I'm saying is, like, once I've committed to playing a game, like, I'm not somebody who buys games and plays them for an hour and then never picks them up. Like, I come from a generation where you buy a game and you play the shit out of that game. And I just have this weird sense that I should get DLCs and make sure I experience all the content of the game rather than missing out on any of it. So I was always going to play the DLC for this game. And there's like a handful of DLCs that I remember being disappointed by. And it's almost never ones that... It's usually because it's a game that I liked a lot where I really wanted more content and I was disappointed with the content. Not that, oh, this is shit DLC. Because if you're just buying outfits or something for the characters, that's fine. And like obviously, like Dead or Alive games have just... They're a scam. The DLC is a scam. They're just selling you video game pornography after a while. Like, which I guess the entire game could be argued to be that, but like they're just like, you know, for $50 get like 6 new costumes or whatever. They're not, you know. But why did I go down this road? What was I trying to get to? I think I was trying to get to, like, I've seen arguments about which DLCs are worth it, which ones give you lots of new enemies and new stuff and new Woppets, and I think I prefer new story to anything else, which means I shouldn't be buying these games at all because the story in the Neo/Wolong games have always been really minimalist for story. No, I'm just having a stream of consciousness brain fart now. I don't know what the hell I was planning to get to with whatever I started there. I lost it. I'm really turned around about where I'm supposed to be going. You climb up here. Am I supposed to be jumping over and out of this place? I guess the exit may be over here. Because I remember this map from earlier in the story, but we're not... Like, the things that represented progress and how to get out are no longer the same. We've got stuff that's blocked. We have to... I guess this is where my last video stalled out. I was wandering around, I cleared this place, and then I couldn't figure out where to go. There's certainly enemies over there. Am I supposed to be... This kind of garbage usually represents the end of, like, you know, a wall that you're not supposed to be able to get through. somewhere in all this, there's probably a door I'm supposed to be opening. A gate. But this is like classic Wolong, and this was a openable door in the main level. But in the sub-level, they just took that and tweaked just that bit of art to make it a wall. Because it's like, there's the gate, but now it's overgrown with whatever the spiky demon tree shit represents. Feels like we could get to... Oh, but that drops you straight down. I'm really lost. I mean, it's not a big level. It's not so much that I'm lost. I'm not sure where the game wants me to go. Because in the actual level, I think this is one of the Taishid C fights. You come through this gate, and boom, there's Taishid C. In this version of the level, it's not a gate anymore. This is your starting point.
I need some enemies to thrash already.
I know, I'm bored too, since, and I'm even trying to think of things to say, which is not making it better. But yeah, because of the way these things are structured, like, you come in over here, or like the rest of the level is out here. Oh, here we go. I didn't notice this. Alright, never mind, this is it. I guess retracing the footsteps was an idea. This was, I tried to escape. I failed. Oh, there's a side flag anyway. Well, I got 2 left to find. Alright, so retracing the steps of the actual level was a good idea, because although it was not up here, it was down below. You enter from here, and now you have to navigate your way through this this camp with little things that make it so you can't figure out where to go, and enemies you gotta fight, and blah blah. The annotated woozy? I guess that's just a accessory. It's woozy? Hey, woozy, you know I'm black, right? I'm blind, Carl, I'm not
of focus will
dumb.
spell your death.
Why are you all excited now? Like, what? Is that like death water? To me, that just looks like mud. Like, I don't think you die if you fall in there. But maybe that's what he's telling us. This is death water. Let's not poke in there. There's no particular reason to. The immortal Zod was frozen to death by a shrimp soldier. I'm not sure that you were really immortal then, Zod. I think I'm going to have to call bullshit on that name. Sorry. Now, this guy's name was Nomad. It's entirely possible he really is a nomad. Okay. I'm trying to get cute with some of these attacks, but the area of effect thing on the ground isn't working up on that ledge. But I did get a successful block and parry and super attack. Did you just go down already?
I'm not dying here. No way. Curses. I'll never yield.
It would be kind of silly if you died at this point, since this whole quest is about your final
Next time
triumph.
you need a helping hand, I'll be there.
It literally is his final triumph, sadly. I mean, like, the whole point, actually, is that after this victory, since is ruling over his own territory, but pisses off a local wizard who kills him, and that local wizard is, in fact, the guy that this game
A
is...
true tactician, dominating the battlefield one key position at a time.
I thought I was just creating a save point after we defeated some shrimp, but I'll take it. Yeah, this game, and I thought it was an interesting choice. Took the evil wizard who, well, he's always evil in the Dynasty Warriors games because you never deal with him unless you're playing as Wu, and in which case he's kind of evil. He destroys Sun Tzu as one of the main goodies of your faction. But in the novel, it really is like Sun Tzu brings about his own defeat with his arrogance and
There's something here.
just this weird attitude he takes dealing with the sorcerer. But in this game, that sorcerer is the main villain
Be of use.
of the whole thing. So, again, I had somewhere I was going with that, and it just got lost. But yeah, no, after we defeat this guy, the virtuous king of Eastern Wu, or whatever he's calling himself, Sun Tzu is like pondering his next move, which may be an attack on Cao Cao. He hasn't quite worked it out yet. But while he's kind of like setting up his administration, trying to figure out what he wants to do. Ah. Oh, you're some kind of shrimp wizard. What? Well, while he's trying to figure out what to do, he runs afoul. Like he's running administration in this local zone and pisses off this wizard guy. Really, it is self-inflicted. Like, there's some wizard who's out, like, you know, telling the people to believe in Taoism or whatever, and he's just like, I'm gonna fucking murder this guy for no real reason. Like, no, I guess the guy was saying he had spiritual powers. It's like if you were the mayor of a town, and there was this lady who sets up a house and puts a sign outside that says palm reading, and that's her business that she runs. And you decide to have her summoned to you and say, "Read my palm and show me that you have power." And then no matter what you like, the idea is to humiliate you. But then when you actually do end up being kind of impressive, you get really mad and have her put to death. That's kind of what happens to Sun Tzu. Like he summons some palm reader type of mystic to his palace, and when the guy like answers some questions with reasonably clever turns of phrase, since it's like he intended to show the people that you can't, these wizards are a bunch of charlatans and you shouldn't be taken in. But when the guy actually is pretty clever, since it's like, all right, well, how clever are you? Because I'm gonna fucking murder you, and what are you gonna do about it? And the answer is his corpse would appear around the city, threatening Sun Tzu, who eventually is struck by an illness and dies. Same thing happened to Cao Cao in a later chapter with Zhuo Si, except that Cao Cao doesn't die. Like, Zhuo Si is like some weird mystic that Cao Cao like summons to talk to him, and like I guess the thing is, and if you're in ancient China and you rule over a force, do not summon the ancient mystics that live around your zone, and if you do, be nice to them. Because, like, underestimating the forces of the supernatural appears to be a big theme of the guy who wrote Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Xu Liang, after all, is like ultimate wizard Jesus in that novel, and he's going around dressed in, like, mystical robes, so I think we're meant to take mystical stuff pretty seriously. We got a bit turned around trying to find all of the flags in this level, but it was for that second DLC. fought Taishit C at the end, which kind of dominates everything because it's a big pain in the ass fight. Which, as I noted, led to arguments in Reddit about whether people just... Some people arguing this is a poorly designed fight, cheap, unfair difficulty brought about by the B team, because the good programmers are already working on Wolong 2, or not Wolong 2, I think they're supposed to be working on... never mind, I'm getting confused. I was about to say they're working on the ripoff of Ghost of Tsushima that Koei's coming up with, but that's not Koei, and I don't even know if it's fair to call it a ripoff. There's a Ubisoft is doing an Assassin's Creed set in ancient Japan, which has people all worked up because they have a character based on Yasuke, the African samurai. I almost called him African American. He's an African samurai of African descent, and people are worked up that it's being woke or whatever. I don't even want to get into that nonsense. But yeah, like being on Reddit, seeing people argue about whether the folks who aren't winning that fight need to get good, or okay, so I can't have both at once. I was wondering about that. Doesn't really look like I'm going to be able to sneak up on this guy no matter what I want to do. Well, I was able to set him on fire either way. I got confused about which button to switch again. There's a sort of parry type button in the Final Fantasy game I'm playing, the action game. Memories of the whatever. But I was it is the same button. Inventory limit reached. Cannot. Oh, for crying out loud. I get... Blue-eyed child grieves, inheritor of the tiger. I guess again, I've hit another game where I'm going to have to do a bunch of inventory management off screen, which is annoying to me. Dragon tail whip. Why is this locked? See she's glance. Oh, these are favorites, excuse me. New items. So what usually ends up happening is I'll have a bunch of enemies to refight now, but we got those auto sell things going on, but I guess now I've got it to where anything that's part of a set we automatically keep. I don't think I care about either of those. So if I can get into the next big flag, there will at least be a place where I can auto-trade in some stuff. Because I've got all the little mini flags now. Or did I not? Oh, I don't think I did it last time at all because I didn't do this. Alright, how much inventory space have we got? I am going to end up having to do... Yeah, I got like 8. Ugh. Dire Tiger are part of a set. That's why, okay. So I'll just hold on to one Dire Tiger. Right? Heaven's Resilience must be part, again, of a set. So I'll just get rid of a bunch of Heaven's Resiliences. Sword of You the Great. Without deep diving into the difference between them, I'll get rid of a bunch of them. I just need to get down to where I've got, that's fine, 20-something inventory. Oh, fuck you. So I'd like to finish this so that I can do a little mini session and be done. Oh, Yan Baihu is actually here. Oh, has he just got a bunch of tigers in here?
Shout meaninglessly. You'll soon know the fury of the Sun Clan's fangs and claws.
Yeah, I think he's kind of in trouble here. He's badly outnumbered and I'm about to set him on fire and make him breathe his last. I'll defeat you, oh. You're cunning the way you came in here with a bunch of dudes. Wow, that could have hurt him. I'm afraid it is good enough. You're dead. Now you are. Oh, has he actually got his own set? Interesting.
Gloat while you still.
You're dead.
Heaven will rightly judge the Swen clan one day. I shall await you in the netherworld. Led to. For it is I who am the true tiger.
Burger.
If you have any grievances, take them to the netherworld.
I think he just told you he was about to do that.
Say ye, your strength is truly formidable.
Woohoo!
I'm relieved to have you on my side now.
Oh, Taishitsi actually.
Future battles.
My lord, now that Jiangdong has been conquered, please rule this.
Oh, never mind. I don't think we had to see that. I think I picked Taishitsi manually. He wasn't already hanging out with us for this fight, was he? There you go. That's kind of cool. I feel like it's kind of cool that we got that, because maybe I've lost my mind and you in fact have to use Taishitsi there. It's always Taishitsi and Sun Tzu, but it feels like we were allowed to pick one. And I picked. I mean, it's only one video back. You can check to see if I've lost my damn mind. But I feel like we picked Taishitsi, and they gave you special dialogue for using Taishitsi and Sun Tzu, because Sun Tzu doesn't live long after the point where he recruits Taishitsi into his army. And it's not because Taishitsi betrays him and kills him. It's just like, you know, that's one of the last things he does before he runs afoul of the sorcerer Yuji. Yuji boy. Is that right? Is that Yuji? Am I getting my characters mixed up? Anyway. Yeah, but I mean, like, the way that he recruits... that's the thing that happens in the book, right? Like, a lord will seem to express a deep friendship and affection with the character who joins him. Like, you know, I joined him because it was clear to me that Sun Tzu saw my heart and that we would be truly blah, blah. And then, in fact... There's never mention them hanging out or being friends ever again in the book, but it did seem like it made sense. I don't know. I guess at the end of a video now. Like, I was going to say, oh, I can go to the... Because we can do supply type stuff here, but I think we've got to where part of what's going on here is that stuff. I've got automated settings, so 4-star or below doesn't get sold, and anything that belongs to a set doesn't get sold. So I have to go through occasionally and get rid of set stuff. But I was trying to figure out what Greaves of Grandeur. What was the name of that set that guy was dropping, and did he have his own set, which would have been kind of neat. Not that I really want another set to have to deal with now. Like a set associated with the guy that doesn't even get his own level in the main story that you fight. Dauntless Tiger? Oh, that's the Taishitsi set, I think. Oh no, that's Hamdingers. Was it Dauntless Tiger? Was it Stalwart Tiger? Vicious Tiger? Whatever, I'm not really going to be able to figure it out anyway, because there's so many different ones that are called Tiger. Because all the Sun guys seem to have Tiger sets. Alright, well that's going to be it for this video. When we come back next time, the big decision point is whether I feel like doing more I'm going to have to do some inventory management off screen. But the big decision point will be, do I want to do more submissions from DLC 2, or to just say, fuck it, that's enough, we're moving on to DLC 3 and winding up this game. As it happens, I know my next big project has to be when I finish up my historical strategy games, but when this one's done, I guess I'm just going to be uploading... I don't know, I haven't decided what I'm going to replace this with. I might just be playing more Final Fantasy, the Spirits Within, the Memories of Jack, who talks like gravelly voice guy. Like, I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do when this series is over, so I'm not in a huge rush to replace it, but it is winding down. So catch you guys next time.